ahead and use them. What would you prefer? Yellow spandex?
Did you see anything? No, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls again. Good!
Well, I'll tell you, nobody handles garbage better than we do.
You don't remember?
For you, the day bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday. What are you smiling about? Dude, I almost had you.
Left cheek! Left cheek! Left cheek!
Hey guys, welcome to my next review. This is the G.I. Joe Classified series, Cobra Drednok Monkeywrench, number 167. So, where did I get this guy from? I picked him up from Amazon. I believe it's Amazon, yeah. He came in a few weeks ago, and now I'm just finally having a chance to open him up and do a video on him. So first off, let's take a look at the packaging. So here's Monkeywrench in his packaging. There we have G.I. Joe Classified. Here's the quote-unquote tech specs. And then there's the QR code. Back here's the artwork. And then some of its accessories. And then on the opposite side, artwork. And then on the bottom, we got the barcode in the legal jargon. So let's lower the camera a little bit and let's get this thing unboxed. Once again, I do not have my knife with me, but there's just one little piece of tape. So we'll just use the spudger to break the seal. And let's get the turntable out of the way. And it's getting pulled out. So I've been kind of looking forward to this release because it's one of the last main Drednok characters. So here he is in his shell. And let's get him out. Not too hateful to pull the wrenches out. They feel they're wrench axes, I guess. They feel good. Lately, we just had that rubbery feel in some of the guns. Technically, is this the first character from this wave I've opened up? Yeah, it is. So, the previous wave, there was some rubbery weapons. Alright, so got everything out of his shell. Did I get everything? Was there only... Oh, I didn't get everything. Forgot a hand. Now we got everything. So let's take a look at the figure. Here's that head sculpt. It's a nice scar. What is that? Has he got his eyebrow pierced? Interesting. Here's the front of him. Here's the side with that tattoo. His back. His other side, he's got another tattoo. So yeah. Next, let's go over articulation. Actually, his head goes down pretty good. His head can go all the way down to there. Back, not so much. Oh, look, check that out. He's got a necklace under this scarf. And then one of the details I like on his bandolier with the grenade, it's like looks like a seatbelt switch. But anyways, so his head can tilt side to side and his hair pops off. Can get the full 360. There is a little bit of butterfly on his shoulder, but I mean, not much. It just wiggles. Shoulder can get up to here to 90 degrees. 360. Bicep swivel. Pinless double jointed elbows. He does have that ab cut, so he can get a really good ab crunch. And then he can go back a little bit. And then there's that waist joint too that I'm getting good articulation out of. Do you want to call those drop down hips? The drop down hips have really came to a minimum when it comes to classified. Used to have really good drop down hits, now nothing. But his leg can go up to here. Can't go back very far. He does have a thigh swivel. Really loose but not loose knees. Like, well, actually this one is pretty loose compared to this one. It doesn't feel, ooh. Hopefully it doesn't hurt articulation, but you can kind of see how loose that is. Just a little bit of a jerk. This knee is tight as can be. Does have a boot cut. Ankle can go back that far. Can go forward that far. And then it does have a rocker. So yeah. Other than that one knee, it's, the rest of them is pretty decent feeling joints. He does have a wrist swivel. You know how most of them are. And then you can articulate them a little bit. It's kind of hindered with his glove cuff. But so yeah, there we go. Let's take a look at see if I can get him to stand. Why is he not wanting to stand? Alright, there we go. Let's take a look at the accessories. So he does have a pair of these wrench axes. He has a sidearm, a revolver. Here is his bandana. It's sort of similar to the one that's around his neck, but this one can cover his face. Here's his glasses / sunglasses. Here's his alternate wig with 3D glasses. alternate hair, not wig. He does have a pair of fist hands. Last but not least, his harpoon gun. And it looks like it has like a grenade launcher, or no, a shotgun on the bottom. Shotgun is not going to work very well if that harpoon's vertical like that, and then the harpoon can come out. No, doesn't feel like there's a magazine. But yeah, so there's that. So let's kit him out. Probably the best way to get his glasses on is to take his hair off and then pin his hair back on. So there's how he looks with his glasses on. He does have loops on his back to fit his axes. His wrench axes. Looks good like that. He does have a holster for his sidearm. Now that's got some cool little detail. The skull on that. And he can hold his gun. But I knocked one of his axes off. So let's see. Let's kind of mess with some different looks here. So you can take that off. Probably should take the bandana off around his neck, and then this one can go over his face. It's kind of a tight fit. And here might be your best bet is to pop his head off. Necklace. That's a really tight fit. Put his necklace back on. Maybe I could get his head back on. It's a good satisfying pop. Then we can put his glasses back on along with his hair. I don't know. I don't think I like that. It's like it's too much just stacking all that stuff. It looks a little bit better. But yeah, everything's just falling off. So last, let's put his alternate mask and hair on. Now this kind of reminds me of what would go with that alternate road pig mask. Yeah, so that's it for the accessories. Let's do some posing. Alright, so let's do some size comparisons. Here he is next to a Storm Collectibles or Storm Arena Ken. Here's Jaded Toys Cammy. Let's see. Here's the Marvel Legends Savage Land Snap Rogue. And one other Marvel Legend. Here he is next to the Maximum Hulk. Alright, let's go on to final thoughts. Alright, so let's move on to my final thoughts of the classified Monkeywrench. Solid figure. One negative that I do have is just that loose knee. Everything else feels tight. Yeah, no other complaints articulation wise. All the tolerances feel good on the weapons, nothing real gummy, so pretty much positive. And then one other thing I like is the customizationable, is that a word? How you can customize different looks. You can either have like his standard, like, you know, look with his glasses, or you could put the bandana over his face. You could put his other hairpiece with the mask on. I really like all the different things that you can do. And the other thing is, I like how his hair is an overlay and it kind of can go on the glasses and hold them snug. That doesn't happen with a lot of the other Drednoks. I mean, Buzzard's one of the worst for it. I feel like I think I put sticky tack on his glasses just so they stay on his face. But yeah, pretty much it. I mean, it's a solid figure other than that wonky knee. So it just might be my copy. It might not be something like that that's with all of them. But other than that, that's all I got. I mean, if you collect classified, it's worth adding to your collection. But that's all I have for this one. I'd like to thank everyone for showing up. If you could, hit that subscribe button. Also, the like button. Leave a comment. Share this video. Also, check me out on all the other social medias. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, X. I have my own Facebook page. It's all at Talib1980_collects. I would appreciate if you check me out on those sites and follow as well. But that's it for the G.I. Joe Classified number 167, Drednok Monkeywrench. I'll thank you, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Peace.